Hello students. So in the previous session, that is in Google Meet session, we have discussed about exercise number 1.2. I think I have completed with first and second main, third and fourth main I had given you as a homework. I hope that you all have completed that. Fifth and sixth main we shall discuss it. It is also dependent on equal sets. We will discuss it on Saturday's meeting. So next concepts, that is theoretical concepts. What are the theoretical concepts I wanted to tell was subsets. Okay. Then power set and universal set. Okay. From these three concepts, it is very important as far as concerned with your examination. And further topics, what we are going to do, that is operations on sets, union, intersection, difference of sets. So these three concepts will help you the most. Okay. First, let me take up with subsets. Let me explain you what is subset. Then few points regarding subsets. Then in subsets you have intervals of the subsets for the real numbers. That also I need to explain. Okay, subset, the name itself tells. So one more set you need. Okay, so I consider if A and B are two sets. So I take A and B two sets. Okay, then I call A is subset of B if and only if. This is known as what? If and only if every element of A is in B. So this is the definition. If you take A and B as two sets, okay, then A is called subset of B if every element of A should be what? It is should be contained in B. If B is subset of A means every element of B should be there in A. How? Let me explain you with an example. Okay. So I take A is one set. I take the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, A is one set with the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. B is one more set with the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10. There are two sets now. A is containing 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4. B is one more set with the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 10. Okay. Now see, A is called subset of B. Subset is denoted by this symbol. This is called as what? Subset symbol. Okay. Always you have to denote it like this. A is called subset of B. Is it true or not? Let me check. What does definition tells? Every element of A should be there in B. Andre ella elements A dagirudu B dagidre matra A enagtada subset agtadi. So 1, yes, 1 is present. 2, 2 is present. 3, 3 is present. 4, 4 is present. So every element of set A is present in set B. So A is called subset of B. Okay. Let me check reverse. Is B a subset of A? 1, yes, present. 2, present. 3 is present. 4 is present. But 6 and 10 are not present in A. Therefore, B will be not a subset of A. Clear? So, A is subset of B because every element of A is present in B. But B is not a subset of A because 6 and 10 are not present in A. This is the definition. In general, what we are going to tell? In general, if A is any element, it is belonging to the set A. This should imply what? A should belong to B also. ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಎ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಿ ನಲ್ಲೂ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಬಿ ದ ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ subset concept. If in case one element 4, if it it is not present also. 1, 2, 3, 3 elements are there, 3 elements it is present. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there, but 4 is not present in B. Then A will not be subset of B. Clearly you have to understand this. Okay, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ A ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು B ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then A will not be a subset of B. So we tell in the definition every element of A should be contained in B. Okay, then A is called subset of B. So this is the concept regarding subsets. So now let me tell you few examples. So you take natural numbers. So natural number set is n. What are the elements? 1, 2, 3. Like this it continues. Okay. Next I take the set of real numbers. Real numbers contains all the numbers. Okay. Obviously we can tell natural numbers is a subset of real numbers. Natural number is a subset of whole numbers because every natural number is present in whole number. Okay. Then we can tell whole number is a subset of integers because every whole number is present in integers. Integers can be subset of again real numbers. Rational numbers are subset of real numbers. So every set can be a subset of real numbers. Therefore we call it as what? Subset. Next, let me give you some properties regarding subset. Okay, first one, 5. 5 means what? Empty set. Okay, empty set, as it is empty, it does not contain any element, it is subset of every set. Okay, if you take empty set is a subset of every set. This is first point. When you are writing the subsets, first you have to write empty set. Okay. Second, every set is subset of itself. Okay. For example, if you take A is a set with the elements 1, 2, 3, then you can write A is subset of A. This means what? Every set is subset of itself. 1, 2, 3 elements will be there in A also. Therefore, A can be subset of A. Next, third. If A is subset of B, if there are two sets, A is subset of B and B is subset of A, means every element in A is contained in B and every element in B is contained in A, then we can tell A is equal to B. So these are the three properties. You have to remember because while writing power set, you have to write 5 and what is subset and even this property also. Okay. These three properties are very important. Okay. This is all about subsets. Next I am going to tell you interval of a subset with respect to real numbers. Okay, intervals of a subset with respect to what I am taking? Real numbers. Okay, there are generally two types of intervals. One is open interval, the other one is closed interval. First, let me tell you what is open interval. Okay, to define it as an open interval, you have to take two elements A and B. I take. Okay, these A and B should belong to where? It should belong to real numbers and A should be less than B. Then we tell it is called as open interval. When it is called as open interval, let me explain you. Okay, when you have to take it y such that, so y is one element which exists between A and B. Okay, y is an element which exists between A and B. Then this y is called as, this interval is called as open interval. How do we represent this open interval? By the open brackets A comma B. Okay, what does this actually means? A and B. This implies what? All the elements between A and B are included, but A and B themselves are excluded. Means what? All elements between are included. Okay, but A and B are excluded. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು A ಮತ್ತು B ಮಧ್ಯ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದ ಬಟ್ A and B ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಓಪನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ 1,2 okay this is an open interval 1,2 what does this means all the elements between 1 and 2 are existing that is what all the real numbers between 1 and 2 are existing but except 1 and 2 1 and 2 will not be in that interval. Clear? 1 and 2 are excluded. In between numbers of 1 and 2 are included. It is called as what? Open interval. So if we talk about closed interval, same thing. It is an element but we write here less than or equal to. What does this less than or equal to implies? So we represent open interval by square brackets. Okay, all the elements between A and B are included and even A and B, the end points are also included. Okay, for example, if I write the elements open in closed interval 1,2, all the elements between 1,2 are included, even the end points 1 and 2 are included. So, even number line ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ 1 and 2. So, ಇದರ ಮಧ್ಯ ಬರುವಂತ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. Okay, so even including 1 and 2. This is closed interval. Open interval ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 and 2 include ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Clear? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು different types ಬರಿಬಹುದು semi open, semi closed. Okay, if I write like this A, B, what does this implies? A is included, B is excluded. If I write like this, A is excluded, B is included. Clear? So this is all about intervals. The same thing how we are going to represent this on a real number line. So why I have written only 1 and 2? Because after 1 which real number exists we don't know. Okay? It may be 1.000 up to certain infinite zeros and there 1 may come. So we doesn't know, we just take the real numbers between 1 and 2. Okay. Next, the representation of these intervals on a number line. It's very simple. For example, first if I take with closed interval. Okay. So these are the two end points now, A and B. Okay, so how do you write the closed interval? Using the square brackets. Okay, end points are included, means you have to shade these two. This shows what they are included. They are not open, they are included. Okay, if it is open interval, okay, same, but you are writing it in open brackets, so you should not take these two. They should be kept as open, the end points. If I take semi-open or semi-closed, okay, for example, if I write an interval like this, then what I have to do now? I have to close this A because A is included but B is excluded. Okay, if it is written like this, then here A is open bracket, means A endpoint is not included but B is included. So this is how you are going to represent them on the intervals. So first I told you about the definition of a subset. A is called as subset of B if every element of A should be present in B. Then three properties regarding subsets. Later on we discussed about the intervals regarding the subsets. Which are the three intervals? Closed interval, open interval and semi-open or semi-closed intervals. After this concept, we have the concept of power set. So I'll explain you power set and conclude today's session. Power set. So what does the power set definition says? The collection of all the subsets. Collection of all subsets. If you are taking offset A, okay, then it is called as what? Power set of A. It is denoted by the symbol P of A. Okay. This in general formula ಏನು ಬರೀತೇವೆ ನಾವು n of P of A means number of elements in the power set. Cardinality ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, n of power set of A, it is given by the formula 2 raised to n. Okay, what does this n means? N means number of elements in the set. Okay, let me explain you with an example. For example, one set A ತಗೋತೀನಿ. A ನಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವ? 2 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವ. So number of power sets. So n of P of A ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 raised to n. 2 raised to how many elements are there? 2 elements. So 4. So 4 subsets ಬರಬೇಕು ನೀವು. First subsets ಬರೀರಿ. P of A is equal to first property of subset. What is that? Every empty set is a subset. Okay, fine. Second property. Every set is a subset of itself. So every set means 1 comma 2. Next, I take only the element 1. 1 belongs to the set 1 comma 2 and 1 is a subset of A. Then I write the element 2. So totally you got how many subsets? 4 subsets. So this is the general formula you have to remember. If there are 3 elements, if A is containing 3 elements, what you people write? Usually 6 subsets are there, which is very wrong. You have to take 2 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 is how much? 8. You get 8 subsets. So I give you the homework today. For this power set, A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Write all the subsets. That is 8 subsets. Okay, thank you.